world. It's another episode here of Harness News Update. I'm your host, Trey Colbeck, and we're here live on another on our presenting sponsor, harnesslink.com, because harnesslink.com is the only harness racing website truly dedicated to covering news and events in the standardbred industry worldwide. We're also sponsored by HarnessBid. HarnessBid is a game changer, just like this show, for the standardbred and the harness racing industry. It provides buyers and sellers with an easy-to-use online platform that offers global reach, unparalleled transparency, and convenience for you, its customers, with zero commission on any horse sold. You can sell with the confidence that you're getting the best value for your money, while at the same time sellers can list your horse without worrying about hefty commission fees eating into your profits. For more information and to get started, visit harnessbid.com. And thank you to our friends at the USDA. Like always, without them, none of this would be possible. Just my phone's getting notified that this show is on right now, so everything should be working. We're all systems a go. One little note, there is construction work going on here at Harness News Update Studios in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. You might hear some noise. I'm not sure what travels through the speakers and through the microphone and everything. Nothing I could do about it other than maybe canceling the show, but I said, heck with that. We're going to go with the show. So if there is noise in the background, I do apologize for that. But otherwise, the show will go on as normal here. We will recap all the action from over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday from around North America. And yeah, what else is there to talk about? Nothing else really to talk about. Picks and analysis. If you want to see my picks and analysis for today, we're back to Oak Grove. Today they kick off in a few hours at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Coming off a big win there last week, 300 and some pick 5, 395 pick 5 I had. So let's see if we can do back-to-back Tuesdays there. But let's get into the recaps now. We're going to kick things off here with our feature here, kind of the feature event of the weekend. And I'm going to go with, we're going to go to Century Downs, Calgary, Alberta, just outside Calgary, Alberta, if you want to be technical. Race 5, preferred pace, 25,000 up for grabs. Field of 6. Shark Week came into this. If you know anything about Shark Week, he came into this 18 race win streak, something like that. But let's see if he holds on to it. Then let's see how this one goes. Here's the field of 6. Then we're going to cut it to the backstretch, the 3/4 mark, and see how it ends.
In 3, 28 and 2, third quarter. Shark Week, well within himself, you would think. He's got a like there on Caro B. Bunsen. Samba Beat crying out for racing room. He's got nowhere to go. Bonus round going 3 wide. It's Shark Week trying to go to the Jets now for Hennessy. It's Shark Week far outside. Bonus round closing in. It's bonus round. He has headed Shark Week, and he's going to win it for Dave Kelly in a big upset. Bonus round defeating Shark Week. Samba Beat came through on the inside. He may have been second as Shark Week defeated here today at Century Downs for the first time in a year. The mile, 153-1.
Yeah, big upset there. There it is. Bonus round gets the win for Dave Kelly. He trains and was in the bike. A 153-1 mile time there, defeating Shark Week, who ultimately finished the third. And like you heard track announcer Murray Slough say, the first time in a year he doesn't get a win. Samba Beat even rallied for second there. So big upsets galore. Dave Kelly, that would be his second, one of 2 wins on the day. A couple other drivers on Saturday at Century Downs got 2 wins. Nathan Sobey, Thomas Miller, and Logan Gillis. But we'll rewind things to Friday at Century Downs. There was a Fillies and Mare preferred, race 7. Let's see here. The rewind action. Field of purse of 25,000 again here. Field of 9. Field of 8. There was a scratch. Goodbye, see you later was scratch, vet lame. So a field of 8 draws in here. Let's see who takes the Fillies Merit preferred at Century Downs on Friday.
Three quarters, 125 and 2, 28 and 1 third quarter. Century Mock trying to go on with it now for Hennessy. Outlaw Blue Isle tiring on the outside. Daisy Corvette is reaching for a short lead. Outlaw Alley Oops right there at 24 to 1. And looking for room, Outlaw Sharktastic, they turn for home. Daisy Corvette by 2. Outlaw Alley Oops is coming on. It's Daisy Corvette or Outlaw Alley Oops. To decide this one, it's Daisy Corvette and Logan Gillis to prevail. Outlaw Alley Oops second. Outlaw Sharktastic had traffic trouble. She was third.
Yeah, big win there by Daisy Corvette in 154 and 3 at 11 to 1. Logan Gillis in the bike. The 24 to 1 Outlaw Alley Oops finished second, while the favorite Outlaw Sharktastic finished third. So big win there by Daisy Corvette, a 5-year-old mare by Mystician, getting the win in the Fillies and Mare Preferred on Friday. Also, Nathan Sobey gets a hat trick on Friday. Oh, there's some of that noise, the construction noise I talked about. Oi Komava in race 10 was the hat trick in 155 and 4 at 17 to 1. Sobey trains the 3-year-old filly by Santana Blue Chip. He also won races 2 with Lac La Biche, and 4 Cheese Whiz, race 4 with Cheese Whiz. Now we'll go on to Fraser Downs. They just had racing on Friday. Now we're back to our normal broadcast here. We're going through all the tracks that only had racing on Friday, and that would be only Fraser Downs. There was a couple stake races here. The Raymond Gimmel Memorial was race 6. This is 3-year-old Colt and Geldings. 50,000 up for grabs. There was a field of 6. 1 scratched. I Know Better scratched vet sick. So only 5 went to post. Let's see how it ends.
3/4 comes up in 127 and 4, 29 third quarter. They're midway on the turn, and Buddy Knox, Nothing Bugs Me, comes to call on the outside. Phone 911 waits for the passing lane as they wheel for home in the Ray Gimmel Memorial, and it is Buddy Knox. Phone 911 up the passing lane. Nothing Bugs Me, and Outlaw stay the course. It will be Buddy Knox, and on the inside, phone 911. They're in a picture finish. 156 flat.
Yeah, 156 flat. It ended up being phone 911 in getting the win there. 12 to 1 upset, beating out the favorite Buddy Knox. Phil Giesbrick was in the bike for trainer Jim Marino. Phone 911 is a 3-year-old Custer the Dragon gelding. A couple races later, the 3-year-old fillies had their chance in the Penny Bath Memorial. Field of 6 going for 50,000 as well. Let's see who wins this.
Coco with the lead. 3/4, 123 and 2. And Kootenai Coco by a little over a length. Over Ice in second by 2. It's Vintage Lass in third. As they wheel for home, it is Kootenai Coco bearing out a little bit. Kootenai Coco over Ice coming through on the inside. Over Ice, Kootenai Coco. Kootenai Coco now straightened out and heads for the wire in front. Kootenai Coco to win it. Over Ice second. Vintage Lass third, close for fourth. 152 and 3.
Yeah, 152 and 3. Phil Giesberg gets another win there. He actually ends the day with 3. Kootenai Coco, 3-year-old filly by Baron Hanover. One last, like I said, Giesberg actually ends up getting a hat trick. He would also win. He would win 3 in a row. He won race 6, the Raymond Gimmel, Penny Bath in race 8, and then he would win race 7 as well with My Little Ginger Man. But to wrap things up from Fraser Friday night, the preferred 10,000, field of 5. Let's see how it ends.
Hanover, Joe Rich, and Vertical Squirt. 3/4, 123 flat. As they get set to wheel for home, Sunshine Boy is clear by a length and a half. It'll be fine. Army Captain Hanover far outside, and down the lane they come. Sunshine Boy, it'll be fine to the passing lane. Sunshine Boy, it'll be fine. Sunshine Boy has a little left, and he'll win it. It'll be fine second. Army Captain Hanover, Vertical Squirt, and Joe Rich in 152 flat.
Yeah, big 152 flat there. Sunshine Boy. Scott Knight was in the bike for Jim Marino. Now we'll move on to Freehold Raceway. Had racing on Friday and Saturday. On Friday, 4 drivers we're going to talk about. 4 drivers could muster up 2 wins each on the 9 race card. First is Brett Beckwith. He'd win the first race of the day with Always As Fast in 2 minutes and 1/5. Remember, we had Brett on the show a couple weeks ago. He'd also win race 3 with Vintage Gal in 1:58 and 3. Both times they were the even money favorites. So Brett getting the job done there. Vincent Ginsberg would also win 2. He'd win race 2 with Caviar Star in 2 minutes and 4/5 at 7-2 odds. That's 11-year-old horse by SJ's Caviar. Here's the highlight of that. He'd also win race 8 with Reaching for Heaven in 1:58 flat was the favorite in that one, a 4-year-old mare by Lazarus. Jim Moran Jr. would win 2 as well. Race 5 with Real Lady Sadie in 1:55 and 3. That's a 6-year-old mare by Always a Virgin, was the heavy favorite in that one. He'd also win race 7 with Windmere Harriet in 1:56 flat. 28 and 2 closing quarter for the 7-year-old mare by Roll With It Harry. Prince Edward bred Windmere Harriet. And the last driver we'll look at for Friday getting 2 wins at Freehold was Tyler Miller. He'd win race 6 with La Magic in 1:59 and 1 at 8, almost 9-1, but 8-1 odds. Wins by a nose in 1:59 and 1, like I said, almost got caught here. Miller would also get his second win with Archetto Hanover in race 9 in 1:56 and 2. Saturday at Freehold. Got a preferred pace we'll look at here. Purse of 12,000. Field of 7. Preferred pace, did I say that? Yeah, preferred pace. So let's pick this up around the 3/4 mark and see how it ends. That's Freehold pace, open pace.
4 and 3 on the final turn. Tyler Mills on the tap urging, and he opens up with Fearful 10, trying to stay there. Right on the inside for the pocket. Rocket is on action. Stalling there on the outside as he waits to the final turn. That is Bloodhound. Top of the stretch. They drive for the wire. Fearful 10 is still there. Up the light lane is on action. On the far outside, Ignatius. Can he get up in time? No, he can't. Fearful 10 in front. Getting up for second, that was Ignatius. Tied for third between On Action and Captain Fancy. Tied for the mile, 1:54.
Yeah, 1:54 mile there. It was Fearful Intent and Tyler Miller at 6-1 getting the win. This is a 5-year-old gelding by Fear the Dragon. Tyler Miller, he got 2 wins on Friday. He would also get 2 on Saturday. 2 other drivers would pick up 2 on Saturday as well at Freehold. Austin Singelman and Daniel Dubé would each win 2 as well. On to the next track. The Meadows had racing Friday and Saturday. Couple of memorial finals to go over here on Friday. First was the Terry Altmaier Memorial Final, race 4. This is for 3-year-old Colton geldings, non-winners of 3 or 30,000 lifetime trotters. We'll pick this one up at the 3/4 mark as well and see who takes this one home. Oops, what did I say? A field of 9. Field of 8 in this one. 1 scratch. They're off. And now we'll go look at this down the back stretch in one moment here.
Six and 3, 29 and 2, 3rd quarter. Yen Hanover now sent 3 wide. The one to catch is Still Splendid. Blockchain's gotten a great trip. Andy B. Worthy on the outside 3rd. 3 deep is Yen Hanover. Corkscrew the inside, top of the stretch. They turn for home. Splendid is the one to catch. Blockchain is second. Heading for the passing lane is Corkscrew. On the outside is Yen Hanover with Andy B. Worthy between horses, but cruising to the series victory. It's all Splendid. Blockchain second, the mile 155.
A big 155 there for Splendid. Chris Lems was in the bike for Todd Rooney. This is a 3-year-old colt by Father Patrick winning this memorial here. There he is in the winner's circle. There's also an open trot race 1 at the Meadows. 21,200 up for grabs with a field of 7. Let's pick this one up at the 3/4 mark as well and see who wins this.
3/4, 125 around the final turn. It's Jeffrey P., but Killer Instinct is inching forward on the outside second. Double Account sits third. St. K's off the pylons and moving fourth. Top of the stretch, they turn for home. Jeffrey P. brings him into the lane. Killer Instinct comes right at him. Far outside, St. K's closing. Through the stretch, it's Jeffrey P. Killer Instinct, St. K 3 wide. Jeffrey P. hanging on for the win. The mile in 153 and 2.
Yeah, Ronnie Wren Jr. for in the bike for Ron Burke, getting the win there with Jeffrey P. 9-year-old gelding by full count. Ronnie Wren would actually get 3 wins. That was his first of 3. He'd also win races 5 and 7. But Dave Pallone would do one better. He'd get a grand slam. Here his 4th and final win on the day on Friday with Mon Amour in 153 and 4 for Brandon Presto, a 6-year-old horse by Muscle Hill. Pallone would also win races 3, 6, and 8 on the day. On to Saturday at the Meadows, another stake final or memorial final. This time it was race 1, the Tom Kerwin Memorial for 3-year-old Colton Geldings, non-winners of 3. These times it's Pacers. Field of 6, battling it out for 19,800. Here they are, lining up. Again, we'll watch them take off here, and then we'll skip forward to the 3/4 mark and see who takes this one home. The favorite is the 4. Time is on my side, but the long shot Cheyenne Tough definitely makes things interesting. Finishes near the top, but let's see how it goes.
Send it in, Jim. Cheyenne Tough back to the inside third. 3/4, 123 and 4. 27 and 1/3 quarter. Around the last turn, Time is on my side, leads it, but Send it in, Jim is closing. Cheyenne Tough is third. New York Jim 4th. Top of the stretch. They turn for home. Time is on my side, trying to stay undefeated this year. Let's Send it in, Jim on the outside. He's second. Cheyenne Tough is third, but Time is on my side is now 5 for 5. On the 151 and 1.
Yeah, 151 and 1 for Time is on my side. Anthony McDonald in the bike for Tim Twaddle. Like I said, Send it in, Jim was second, and Cheyenne Tough was third. Time is on my side. It's a 3-year-old colt by Captain Crunch. And there he is in the winner's circle. Also on Saturday, Dave Pallone gets another grand slam. He gets his first win in race 2 with Brooklet's Banner in 153 flat. He'd also win race 3 with Lions Beach Boy in 153 and 2. Race 5, Pallone gets his hat trick with American Fling in 151 and 2. And here's race 6. Skyway Ballistic wins by a neck here in 153 and 2. An 8-year-old gelding by Always a Virgin. Next track we'll look at, Buffalo Raceway had racing on Friday and Saturday. On Friday, a pair of drivers could only pick up 2 wins in 10 races. Kyle Swift is the first one. He wins with Pendant Sealster in race 5 and 159 and 3 at 28 to 1. Here's the highlight of that. Here's the clip. He'd also win race 6 with Ben Danberg in 156 and 4. Big wins back-to-back race there for Kyle Swift. Ooh, real tight finish there, but yeah, 28 to 1 upset there in race 5. And Michael Baumister would be the other one to win too. He'd win back-to-back races as well. Race 8 with Charmbo Orbit at 5 to 1 in 159 and 3. That will be the highlight clip here. And then he'd also win race 9 with Ricky V. Sharp. Wins that one by a nose in 159 and 1. On to Saturday at Buffalo Raceway. One driver gets a hat trick, and that's Kevin Cummings, he'd get his first win with race 2 with Dogfight. A pacer goes the mile in 157 flat. He'd also win races 9 and 10. Race 9 is going to be the clip here at 8-1 with Pepper Guy in 157 and 3. This is a 10-year-old gelding by Wells Said, and Kevin Cummings would also win race 10 with Stop Action in 156 and 1, a 7-year-old gelding by Some Beach Somewhere. Next track we'll look at is Cumberland Raceway. Had racing on Friday and Saturday. 11 races on Friday. One driver won 4 of them was Kevin Switzer Jr. He'd actually win 3 in a row starting race 5 with Power Mitt in race 5 in 158 and 3. He'd win race 6 with Pretty Gorgeous in 158 and 1. Race 7 with Gimme Some Lovin' at race 7. Armadon Steelster, in 158 and 1. And he would win race 9 with Caulfield in 202 and 2. On to Saturday at Cumberland. Only one driver could get multiple wins, and that was Dan Delayed. He would win race 1 with Chocolate Biscuit in 158 and 3. This was a 7-1 upset. He would also win race 7 with Mr. Fancy in 158 and 4. Next track we'll look at, Hoosier Park had racing Friday and Saturday. On Friday, open pace, race 10. 22,000 for a field of 7. Let's pick this up at the down the stretch, the 3/4 mark here on this big track, and see who takes this one home.
Time 123 and 2. Rip Wheeler and Crooked Smile. Sure Thing Herman waiting for room at the inside. And then it's Big Wheels. It is Melton Beach in front. Rip Wheeler is now surging, as is Crooked Smile. Sure Thing Herman down on the inside trying to come through. It is Rip Wheeler, Crooked Smile, and Melton Beach. Rip Wheeler and Crooked Smile. Rip Wheeler prevails. Crooked Smile was second, then Melton Beach tight for fourth with Big Wheels and odds on Blockchain 150 and 4.
Yeah, 150 and 4 for Rip Wheeler and Brandon Bates. Walter Haynes Jr. trains this 5-year-old gelding by Rock and Image. But a couple races later, there was the Open 3 pace. 16,000 up for grabs from a field of 8. Trace T-Trick wins for trainer Tyler George with General Dolan in 151 and 3. 26 and 2. Last quarter was needed to win this for the 9-year-old gelding by Rock and Image. On to Saturday at Hoosier Park, an open 2 and 3 trot, 18,000 for a field of 9 in race 9. See here, the clip's going to pop up, and we'll pick it up down the stretch here. But Late Nighthawk wins in 153 and 1 at 5-1 with Kyle Wilfong in the bike for Brett Wilfong. This Late Nighthawk's a 5-year-old gelding by Dover Dan. So big win there. Next race, race 10. Was the Fillies and Mares Open 2/Open 3 pace. Field of 18,000 for a field of 8. Or purse of 18,000 for a field of 8. Atlee Bender and Sweet Charlie win at 7-1. They go 150 and 3 for Jeff Cullifer. Sweet Charlie is a 5-year-old mare by Sweet Lou. And Atlee Bender would actually get the Grand Slam. This would be win number 3 on the day. He would actually go to win race 11 for win number 4 with Chevron's Bypass in 152 and 2. Wins that one by a nose at 13-1 for Irv Miller. Next track, we'll look at the Big M. Meadowlands had racing Friday and Saturday. On Friday, one thing of note was Dave Miller gets a hat trick. He gets his first win in race 6 with El Yerno in 152 and 3. He'd also win race 7 with the American Eagle at 4-1. But here's race 13, your highlight. 9-1 win for Patty Cake Moss and 151 and 3. And 9-1 for the 5-year-old mare by Major Bombay. Saturday at the Meadowlands, we'll pick things up first. There were some non-wagering events that we'll look at first. First up was the New Jersey Breeders' Maturity for 4-year-old trotting mares. 30,000, but oddly enough, just one lone trotting mare here. That's Tactical Mounds. Oh, whoops. That's not Tactical Mounds. Wrong thing there. Tactical Mounds gets the win. Goes 155 and 2. Scott Zeron for Megan Scran. This 4-year-old mare by Tactical Lounding out of Mounds. Do I have the clip or not? Nope, missed that clip. Apologize for that. But here is the second race. Field of 3 for the New Jersey Breeders' Maturity Horse and Gelding Trot. Best Friend Valo, the Challenger's the 1. Dire Straits is the 2. Best Friend Valo is the 3. 30,000 in this one. This is as well. And here they coming home. It's actually Best Friend Valo wins in 151 and 3 with Dexter Dunn for Nancy Tactor. 4-year-old Gelding by Wallner. Dire Straits and David Miller finished second, while Challenger and Tim Tetrick finished third. And then the last non-wagering was for the New Jersey Breeders' Maturity 4-year-old pacing mares. That'll be up next. Field of 3 as well. The 1 is Lisa Lane. The 2 Pistol Annie. And the 3, High Fashion Star. 30,000. We'll see them take off, and then we'll jump forward here down to the stretch again. Sometimes I find these 2-3 horse fields interesting. But it ends up being Lisa Lane winning this in 151 and 3. At 25 and 3 last quarter. Pretty crazy. Patrick Ryder was in the bike for Chris Ryder. High Fashion Star, the 3, finished second. Scott Zeron in the bike. And David Miller and 2 Pistol Annie just got beat out there for third. And then there was one more, but this one was a wagering event. Race 3 on the main card. The New Jersey Breeders' Maturity 4-year-old Horse and Geldings. There's a field of 4, 30,000. Oh, here it is. The 1 on debut and Patrick Ryder. The 2, Captain Batboy and David Miller. Bucephalus and Jordan Stratton was the 3. And the 4, Handle Like a Porsche and Dexter Dunn. We'll listen in and see how this one ends.
125 and 1, and he's scooting clear by 2.5, 3 lengths, looking to go all the way. Handle Like a Porsche in front by 2.5, 3 lengths, but Bucephalus is in high gear on the outside. Look at him go. Captain Batboy third. Handle Like a Porsche. Here comes Bucephalus motoring on the outside. Bucephalus wins it. Bucephalus, a sterling rally over Handle Like a Porsche and Captain Batboy, and on debut 150 and 4, 26 and 3 final quarter.
Well, yeah, it was classified as a 26 and 3, but on the chart it says Bucephalus went 25 seconds to win that one in 150 and 4. Jordan Stratton in the bike from Michael Russell, a 4-year-old horse by Lazarus, getting the win there. The last thing at the Meadowlands we will look at on Saturday, 4-year-old open pace, 31,500, field of 6, Hunting the Last Dollar. I'll ruin it for you. Hunting the Last Dollar, a 4-year-old gelding by Huntsville, and Yannick Gingras get the win, but let's see how they do it.
Going after him is Max Delight. 124 and 4. Sprint to the wire coming up here. Hunting the Last Dollar. Ben John Yankee from the pocket spot. And on the outside, Max Delight is charging hard. Up and after Hunting the Last Dollar. A big sprint here. Hunting the Last Dollar. Max Delight on the outside, final move. Hunting the Last Dollar all the way. Then Max Delight, Ben John Yankee, and Irvin Hanover in 150 flat.
Yeah, big win there, 150 flat. We'll move on to the Woodbine Mohawk Park, racing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. On Friday, the Canadian Sire Graduate Series Trot for 4-year-olds. Third leg kicks things off in race 2. Let's see how it goes.
7 and 4. Final quarter is going to be a smoke show. Hasty Bid leads the way. Passerino's into attack mode. Ghostly Casper on the outside. Osceola looks for racetrack. Passerino's got the lead in deep stretch. Hasty Bid fights on. Osceola's the live wire in the main danger, and here comes Osceola. Osceola steamrolls late off a ground-saving trip. Here's Osceola to win. Passerino second, tight for show. 154 and 3. Osceola home in 26 and change to win.
Yeah, 26 and 1 and 154 and 3 for Osceola and Doug McNair, the 4-year-old muscle mass trotter, wins that one. Race 8 was the Canadian Sire Graduate Series for 4-year-old pacing mares, third leg. Let's see how we'll pick this one up down the stretch as well and see how it ends.
3/4 of a mile, 125 and 4. Turning for home with the lead, Powder Play. Powder Play says, catch me if you can. She's on top by 2. She's been in charge every step of the way. I'm a doll second. Miss Damber third. Lady Get Lucky made a late break. Deep stretch. Powder Play still there by 2 lengths. And Jameson absolutely steals one here with Powder Play. Powder Play scores up for second, Miss Damber in 152 and 2.
Yeah, big win there, like by Jody Jameson and Powder Play in 152 and 2, a 5-1 upset. Missed Amber at 32-1 finished second, and I'm a Doll at 31-1 finished third. The favorite, Talk Curdy to Me, fell to 5th. So that's that for the Canadian Sire Graduate Series. We'll see one more of those later on Saturday. But before we get to that, on Saturday, there was some finals for the Ontario Sired Spring Series. Look at race 1 is the first one here. 43,900 in the purse here for a field of 8 for the 3-year-old Trotting Fillies finals in the Ontario Spring Series. Here, let's pick it up and see how down the stretch here and see who takes it.
Series Company 1-5 favorite Kinder Hot Blood is set to sink her claws in Lexus Angel at 3/4 in 126 and 1. Lexus Angel at the inside called on for more. Here comes Kinder Hot Blood on the outside. Kinder Hot Blood rallies to the lead in deep stretch now for McDonald. Back into second goes Lexus Angel. Way back to the others. It is Kinder Hot Blood prevailing in the Ontario Sired Spring Series Trot final by 2.5 lengths. Lexus Angel put up a good fight to be second. Holly in the Clouds third, and a mile of 154 and 3.
Yeah, 154 and 3 for Kinder Hot Blood, 3-year-old filly by Cadabra. James McDonald in the bike for that. A couple races later was the Ontario Sired Trot final for 3-year-old Colts and Geldings. Field is 6. Something interesting happened at the start. We'll talk about at the end, but let's see how it ends.
Of a mile, trotted in 127 and 3, 30 and 1 in that third quarter. Convoy Hall sprints into the stretch. Filion calls on him here, and Convoy Hall responds. He's out to a 3-length advantage. Down the center, the Can-Am Banker. Captain Vanya's in at the rail. Convoy Hall still there, 3 lengths clear. With Captain Vanya second, the Can-Am Banker third. It's the Ontario Sired Spring Series Trot final to Convoy Hall. 6 for 6 to kick off his career. And a mile tonight in a piece of cake, 155 and 2.
Yeah, it was 155 and 2 for Convoy Hall and Samuel Filion. The interesting thing there, Captain Vanya finished second, but was deemed a refund because right before the start, it was very clear that he lost the horseshoe and broken equipment. So interesting enough, he finished second, but was a refund. But Convoy Hall gets the win there. A couple races later in race 6 was the 3-year-old Pacing Fillies final here for the Spring Series. Lightning Lizzie wins with Samuel Filion in the bike in 152 flat, beating out the right match, kind of the, one of the other kind of sought out favorites heading into this one. But let's see how Lightning Lizzie gets the job done here.
Lizzie gives him 2 lengths of cushion, now 3 at 3/4 in 123-1. Lightning Lizzie sprints away coming into the stretch, opens up 5 in the blink of an eye, and Lightning Lizzie's got 7 or 8 now on the field. Down the center comes Right Match. Escaping off an inside trip comes Catch My Breath. It's Lightning Lizzie, large and in charge in this Ontario Sired Spring Series Pace Final. Lightning Lizzie wrapped up on the end. She absolutely clobbered this field in 152.
And then the last one we'll look at, finals, we'll look at race 7, the 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers. Warwe for Laura wins in 151-4, a 3-year-old Gelding by all bets off, and Tyler Borth. But let's see how he does it.
Slog it out. 3/4 in 123 into the stretch. 4x4 takes over command. Your party is given way. Tamworth Boy, he is locked and loaded in behind. Outside comes Warwe for Laura. They're scrambling from everywhere. Warwe for Laura strikes the front. Tamworth Boy with pace at the inside. Outside comes Chalk Hanover. Whaled wide price control. It's Warwe for Laura. Warwe for Laura to win by 2 lengths. Chalk Hanover second, from way back price control third, 151-4 the win time.
And then there's one more Canadian Sire Graduate Series, this time 4-year-old Pacers, field of 6. Let's see who takes this one home.
Mia Rose, the one they'll try and track down. He's on top of pair. Second, popping out is Sabalace now. Third, No Control. Rushing up on the far outside. What you looking at? Right Me Rose still on top. Here's No Control pushing late. No Control's got some fire in his belly tonight, closing on the outside. No Control after Right Me Rose. No Control on the outside. Closing was What You Looking At. And it's What You Look At or No Control in that photo for win. They hauled down Right Me Rose. A photo finish. 150-1.
You know, it ended up being What You Looking At and James McDonald at 7-1 winning there. No Control got second, while the favorite Right Me a Rose was third. The very last thing we'll look at from Saturday at Woodbine Mohawk Park, and then we'll move on to last night. The preferred 2 pace, 32,000 up for grabs. Field of 7, no Tarasi. Tarasi's not in this week, so it's a preferred 2, but some pretty tough pacers in this one. Let's see who takes it home down the stretch.
Up fourth outside, 3/4 in 123 into the stretch after a 28-1 third quarter. And it's Command coming into the lane, leading it just over a length. Salzburg Victor pulls pocket. Emmett's Buddy reaching for racetrack in a 3-wide path. And here comes Emmett's Buddy now, powering up on the grandstand side for Borth. Emmett's Buddy strikes the front. And it's Emmett's Buddy on for second, Salzburg Victor. Emmett's Buddy wins. Salzburg Victor a steppy second in 150-3.
The Manitoba bred Emmett's Buddy from St. Claude, Manitoba, and Arthur Ray wins there. The 5-year-old gelding by In the Irons takes home the preferred 2 pace. On to last night at Woodbine Mohawk Park, a preferred 2 trot was on the card, was the feature event, race 9. 32,000, field of 8. We'll pick this one up down the stretch. Close finish here and an upset. Let's see.
Is Pemberton. 2 3/4. Perfetto withstands the pressure applied by Southwind Coors. 3/4 in 123-4. Here uncorking a bid from the backfield now starts Patriarch Hanover. Also closing is HP Mama B. Perfetto put to a drive. HP Mama B. Patriarch Hanover continues to roll. Frank's Angel upset-minded now. A fantastic 5 across finish. And it's Patriarch Hanover to get all the marbles. Patriarch Hanover over Frank's Angel in 152-1.
Yeah, big 9-1 upset for Patriarch Hanover, and 152-1 wins by a neck there over Frank's Angel at 14-1. Southwind Coors, the favorite, was leading momentarily and fell to last place. The last thing we'll look at here before we move on is Louis-Philippe Waugh gets a hat trick yesterday as well. He gets his first win with I'm Spongeworthy at 19-1 in race 4 here in 150-3. Waugh would also win race 6 with Dealing with Dewey, and race 8 with all wrapped up. Next track we'll look at, Cal Expo, racing Friday and Sunday. On Friday, the Alan Horwitz Pace Free-for-All, race 7. 30,000, field of 8, with one scratch coming in, so field of 8.
It's Pointless on the outside, has the lead by a length. Along the inside is Handsome Harvey. On the far outside, Polar Storm is starting to gain. Down the stretch they come. It's Pointless has the lead. Polar Storm on the outside. A late move between horses. Daniel's Son way on the outside is Outlaw Nothing But Smart, who's flying. It's Pointless to win it. Going to be... It looked like All My Exes Live in Texas second over Polar Storm and Outlaw Nothing But Smart in 152.
Sorry, I was 152 and 2 for It's Pointless at 10-1. And James Kennedy, and actually he would get 2 wins on the day, James Kennedy, and also would Nick Rowland and Luke Plana would each get 2 wins on the day. On to Sunday at Cal Expo. We had another free-for-all trot this time. The Stan Bergstein free-for-all trot, 12,500 here. Big field of 10 coming into this one. Real tight finish, so I won't ruin it for you. Let's see who takes it.
6-1, 29-3 for the third quarter. Lewis cuts the corner a length and a Pride Crest coming to him while drifting, followed toward the inside now by Jack Rabbit Slims. Pride Crest has taken over the lead. Toward the inside, trying to close ground is Jack Rabbit Slims. Pride Crest near the outside fence. Jack Rabbit Slims toward the inside. A late move now by Help Page. Here's the wire. Pride Crest and Jack Rabbit Slims. Those two on the wire. Too tight to call. 156 and 2.
Yeah, it was Pride Crest there with Lemon Svensson in the bike getting the win. Wins by a nose there. That's a 12-year-old gelding by Angus Hall. One other thing we'll look at, Fillies and Mares Open, 7,500 in this open pace here. Field of 6. Ain't She Special wins with Luke Plano in the bike. He trains this pacer as well at 6-1. He'd actually end the day with 3 wins, but let's see how he gets this one. This is his second of 3.
28 and 2 for the third quarter. Ain't She Special has the lead by a length and a half. Blinded by the Light getting closer and closer. Crazy Cutes on the far outside. It still Ain't She Special with the lead. Blinded by the Light on the outside's trying to pass. Ain't She Special's digging in outside. Blinded by the Light is surging. Here's the wire. Ain't She Special? Then Blinded by the Light second. Graceful Horizon a fast closing third. 152 and 3.
Yeah, that's everything from Cal Expo. We'll move on to Harris, Philadelphia. They had racing Friday and Sunday as well. On Friday, Corey Callahan gets a hat trick. He would win 3 in a row, actually, starting in race 11 with Happy That at 53-1. 156 flat mile here. Martin Davis trains Happy That. 9-year-old by Muscle Hill. He'd also win race 12 with Gateway Guy in 153 and 2, and race 13 with Swans Maid in 156 and 2. Sunday at Harris, Philadelphia, 3 drivers picked up hat tricks. Todd McCarthy's the first one we'll look at. He wins first race of the day with Music Box in 151 and 1. He wouldn't win again till race 8 with Don't Get Shocked at 7-1 in 152 and 4. A 6-year-old gelding by Ponder. And he would also win race 12 with Twin B Ludicrous in 153 and 1. Tim Teatrix, the second driver to get a hat trick, gets his first win in race 4 with Devious Mojito in a 154 and 4. He'd also win race 10, Dragon on the Beach in 150 and 1. A 5-year-old gelding by Fear the Dragon. And race 14 is his highlight here with Tony Too Tall in 151 and 1. A heavy favorite, an 8-year-old gelding by Big Bad John, gets T-Trick his hat trick. And the third driver to get a hat trick on Sunday at Harris, Philadelphia is Andrew McCarthy. He gets his first win in race 9 with Kamara Moment in 150 flat. It's a 5-year-old gelding by Control the Moment. Second win comes in race 11 with Modigliani in 156 flat. And then race 13 here gets a hat trick with Southwind Sandor in 150 and 1. We'll go back north of the border to Western Fair, Friday and Monday racing. On Friday, Garrett Rooney gets a hat trick, wins the first race with Mostly Dally and Wire to Wire Fashion in 157 and 4, an 8-year-old mare.
And block Million Angels as a.
Oops, forgot the sound there. Race 9 would be a second win with State of Treasure in 156 and 2. And here's race 10 with Seal the Dark in 158 and 4, a 7-year-old mare by Shadow Play. On to last night racing. There was a preferred pace, 11,600 up for grabs. Race 10. Pretty big field here of 8. Let's pick this one up at the 3/4 mark and see who takes this one home.
Past that marker in 125 and 3. They picked it up a little bit in the third panel, and Better Be Gouda. I've got my eyes on this one here. Doc's Philly Cheese to the inside. Ideal Perception. Taylor's Credit. They spin for home. Better Be Gouda. He's gone good in London so far as he takes him home first. Ideal Perception with a shot at the pace setter. Better Be Gouda to the inside. Better Be Gouda almost there. Better Be Gouda gets there. Ideal Perception second. Pembroke Legacy third, fourth. Doc Taylor's Credit rounds out the super.
Yeah, it was 154 and 4 for Better Be Gouda and Travis Henry, and that was Nathan Bain calling the race there, as I think Sugar was on the IL for the night. I think he's be back tonight, hopefully, and be back better soon. Garrett Rooney would also get another hat trick though last night. Win races 2, 3, and 6. Here's race 2 with Adore Him in 155 and 3 at 3-1. 7-2 more like. And then he would also win race 3 with Delightful Leader in 154 and 4. And race 6 would be the hat trick with Crazy World in 154 and 4. Another track that had racing Friday and Monday was Yonkers Raceway. On Friday, one driver gets a hat trick was Brett Holland. He'd win the first 2 races of the day. Rockin' Philly in the first and 153 and 4 at 4-1. And then the favorite MC Angel in the second and 152 and 2. The $1 daily double there was $12.40 if you had it. And then he wouldn't win again till race 8. 30-1 on the money. Wins by a neck here in 155 flat. The 6-year-old mare by Control the Moment. Monday at Yonkers Raceway. One thing we'll look at, the Invitational Pace, race 6, 35,000, field of 7. It was won by Hemsworth. Big upset here at 10-1 and Scott Zeron for Jared Backel. Let's see how it happens, though.
Side is Moonshine Kisses, followed third over by Boiling Ore, and the back marker now moving on up has been shuffled out the back door last. 3/4 was 123 and 2, and it's some moment somewhere at the inside. To the outside, Hemsworth. These two stride for stride to the top of the stretch, but it's Hemsworth on the outside who has the nose in front. Some moment somewhere is looking to battle back. Captivate Hanover now off cover. Up the inside, Energetic Hanover coming to the stretch. Hemsworth is still there. Energetic Hanover up the inside for second, but it is Hemsworth down to the line of winner. Then it was Energetic Hanover. Some moment somewhere was third and 1.
Yeah, and then we'll move on to Vernon Downs. Had racing just on Saturday. John McDonald gets the hat trick. Gets his first win in race 3 with Mitch in 154 and 4. That's a 5-year-old gelding by Stonebridge Terror. He also win race 4 with Monty's Heaven Sent in 157 and 2. And race 9 was hat trick time with Rock Solid Express in 152 and 3. This is a 4-year-old by Huntsville, getting John McDonald his hat trick. A couple tracks that had racing Saturday and Sunday. Up first, we'll look at Flamborough Downs. On Saturday, Jason Ryan gets a hat trick. picks up his first win in race 2 with Kiera Seelster in 158-1 at 3-1. That's the clip we'll see here too. He also would win race 4 with one of the favorites here, Cozy Up, in 156-3. And then win race 10 here with Kitty's Column in 156-1. Sunday, only one driver could get 2 wins. That was Daryl Thiessen. He would win the first race of the day with Rose Run Yvette in 158 flat. That's a Sunshine Beach mare. And then race 8, Thiessen would get a second win. Master Grand wins by a nose here in 157-4. A 6-year-old gelding by Muscle Mass. Another track to have racing on just Saturday and Sunday was Northfield Park. On Saturday, Justin Irvin gets the Grand Slam. He wins his first race in race 3 with Soft Shot in 153-3. Be back in the winner's circle race 7 with Sad Night Jukebox in 155 flat. Race 10 was Hat-Trick Time with VH Fancy in 157-1. And race 14 here was Grand Slam Time with Katya Daydreamin' in 159-2. Billy Davis Jr. would also get a hat trick on Saturday at Northfield Park. Gets his first win in race 5 with St. Gad's Gidget in 157-1. He'd also win race 9 with Osceola Hanover in 155 flat. And race 15 here, last race of the day, Carmen and the Devil in 154 flat. On to Sunday at Northfield Park. We'll start things off with the open trot. Race 6, 19,500, a field of 8. Let's pick it up at the 3/4 mark.
Quarters 126-1. They're back into the far turn. Tricks and Stones the leader. Don't Take My Keys comes back off the rail to take his shot again, and he's a length and a half behind. Then it's Big Bad Caviar, Anastasia Rudy, Johnny Boy, and Bamboo at the cones. They turn for home, and Tricks and Stones is off the turn with the lead. Don't Take My Keys down the center. It's between these two. Tricks and Stones. Don't Take My Keys is running out of time. Tricks and Stones back to back. Then Don't Take My Keys and Big Bad Caviar, 155-2.
At Tricks and Stones in 155-2 there with Ronnie Wren Jr. in the bike. That is a 8-year-old by Trixton. A couple races later, race 8 was the open pace, 19,500 up for grabs, a field of 8. Back in My Day wins with Kirk Sugg in the bike. The 5-year-old gelding by Always Be Mickey back in My Day. Let's see how he wins this.
Featured open pace. One last lap down at the cones off 3/4 in a bone-crushing 122. They're back into the far turn, and Mull of Kintyre is trying to turn them all away. Back in My Day, 3 wide. He's still coming. Lightning on the beach between rivals, and one last lap needs the passing lane. Then Vel, Mr. Nice Guy. They hit the top of the stretch, and back in My Day, 3 wide, and he sweeps to the front. One last lap trying to shoot through at the inside. It's Back in My Day. One last lap, second best to Back in My Day. Then one last laugh and Mull of Kintyre.
And then last thing we'll look at, Aaron Merriman gets a hat trick. He gets his first win in race 3 with Mac Anover in 157-3 at 13-1. Big upset there. And then he would win race 4 with Chatty Devon, 156-1. Wins that one by a nose. And race 11 was hat trick time. Louis the Horse in 151-4. Real quick here. Don't have highlights, but we'll go over what happened at Shenandoah Downs on Saturday and Sunday. Didn't really write it down, so we'll discover it together. 12 races on Saturday. A couple trot finals for 4 and 5-year-old Virginia certified horses here. Race 1. 25,000. The Alleghi Trot Final for 4 and 5-year-old Virginia certified trotter horse and geldings. 25,000. Field of 6 was won by KJ Todd. 159 flat. Vern Paquette Jr. was in the bike. Race 2, Blue Ridge Pace Final. This is for 4 and 5 Virginia Certified Pacing Mares. Field of 6. Hillbilly Classy Girl wins in 155 and 1. Christian Myers was in the bike. See here, what's the next big one here? Race 11. Trotting Mares, 25,000, 4 or 5-year-old Virginia Certified Trotting Mares final. My Quick Money and Mark Gray wins at 12 to 1. And then the Blue Ridge Pace Final for Pacing Horse and Geldings. KJ Hunter wins in 155 and 3 with Vern Paquette Jr. in the bike. On Sunday at Shenandoah Downs. No crazy stake races to see. See, did anyone go win multiple races? Billy Carter looks to have won 4 or 5 races there. Let's see here. He wins the first race with Miss Hall in 202 and 4. It's 14 to 1. He'd also win race 6 with Vulcan Hanover. And he would win race 7 with Caviar Stoney. And race 9 with CS Explosive Chip in 157 and 4. Okay, that's everything from there. We'll move on to Saratoga. Had racing Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. On Saturday, let's see here. Let's get back up to the clip here. Open pace was race 6, 15,000, field of 6. We'll pick this one up down the back at the 3/4 mark and see how it ends.
The 7 to 5 shot of the inside digging in. 3/4 and 124 and 3. And Lanjo Lee has taken the first shot from Tackroom Chatter and lived to tell about it. Heaven on High is not gaining any ground on the top 2, and Lanjo Lee begins to edge away as they come to the top of the stretch. It's Lanjo Lee opening up daylight. It's Lanjo Lee by 3. Lanjo Lee has opened up here. Heaven on High has recaptured second with Tackroom Chatter tiring and Talking Tom coming on. Lanjo Lee impressive in the feature. Heaven on High was second, 151 and 4.
A big 151 and 4 there for Lanjo Lee in the open pace. Big win there. Race 11 on Saturday was the Doc Frank Memorial Pace second leg, 10,000. Here for a field of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, if you count the 1A. There's 7 numbers, but there's 8 horses. You don't see 1A too much anymore, but there's one here, and we'll pick this up at the 3/4 mark and see who wins the second leg of the Doc Frank Memorial.
Trench has carved up all the numbers through 3/4 and 126 and 1, 28 and 1 in the 3/4, 4 in Trench. Bruce's VO and Coke will not go away. Right there is Win with a Whisper. War Memorial still in with a chance in 4th. Prairie Classic revving up the motor now as they start to swarm in on Entrench, who's seeing it slip away. Bruce's VO and Coke down the center, first over forever. Win with a Whisper is loose laid up the inside, looking for a rally up the rail. Bruce's VO and Coke, though, the strong horse down the center to win it all. Win with a Whisper was second, 156 flat.
Yeah, Bruce's VO and Coke with Chris Long wins that one here in 156 flat. A couple other things on Saturday. 2 drivers got hat tricks. Brett Beckwith, we talked about him once before today, I feel like. He gets a hat trick here on Saturday. He wins the first race of the day with Printville in 157 and 3. He'd also win race 4 with You Are My Rock in 155 flat. And race 12 here is the highlight with Sweet El Diablo in 157 and 2. Matthew Athern would also get 3. Gets his first win in race 2 with Mr. Goudreau in 156 and 1. He'd also win back-to-back races starting in the 7th with Major Camby in 155 and 1. Wins that one by a neck. Race 8 here, 10 to 1 upset. Machizi in 153 and 2, a Mach 3 gelding. 11-year-old gelding. Still able to get the job done. On to Sunday at Saratoga. We'll kick things off with another memorial, second leg of a memorial here. This time it is the John Majian Senior Memorial Trot. There's 3 splits. First one is race 9, 10,000 in each. See how the first one goes.
quarters, 1:28-3. Battling back on the inside is Sonny's Rebel. Up on the outside, Barnello. These two are slugging it out as they make the turn for home. Sonny's Rebel on the outside comes Barnello on the inside. Sonny's Rebel far inside. Here comes Sticks on the inside is Pac-Mia now. Pac-Mia will give it one last try. Pac-Mia may have got it. Pac-Mia and Sonny's Rebel. Time of the mile, 1:59.
Yeah, it was 1:59 for Pac-Mia. Wins by nose there, just beating out Sonny's Rebel. Chris Long was in the bike with Pac-Mia, a 3-year-old, by 6 pack. The second split, race 10. They're all in a row, race 9, 10, and 11. Race 9, Pembroke Traveler wins in 1:59-1 with McGuire Sowers in the bike. He trains this trotter as well, a 4-year-old gelding by Pembroke Slugger. But let's see how they do it.
Cover is some kind of good as 3 quarters go by in 1:29-1 as they race around the final turn. On the inside, it's Niccolo. On the outside, here comes Pembroke Traveler. Pembroke Traveler now takes control as they're in the stretch. Pembroke Traveler on the outside has opened up a length, 2 lengths, 3 lengths, 4 lengths. Battle's going to be for second best. The 1-9 favorite, Pembroke Traveler in front. Biden this time got second, third for Niccolo, fourth for some kind of good. Time of the mile.
And the third and final one, Queen Indeed wins in 1:58-4 with Billy Dobson in the bike. That's a 4-year-old mare by EL Titan to wrap things up here in this series. The second leg here. Let's see how it goes.
Quarters, 1:29-1. Still with the pocket trip. This Technical Wow. Still leading it though. Queen Indeed has opened up 2. Now back to second. This Technical Wow dropping back in third is Delta Win. They make the turn for home. Queen Indeed is indeed strong here as they've reached the stretch. Queen Indeed by a length and a half. Technical Wow will give it a ride on the inside. Not today though. It's going to be Queen Indeed in front, wins it a length and a half. Technical Wow second. Delta Win third. This Chip Away fourth.
And on Sunday, Brett Beckwith once again gets another hat trick. Gets his first win in race 5 with Octave in 1:55-4 at 3-1. Here's the clip of that. He'd also win race 6 with Snowpiercer in 1:57-1. And his third and final win of the day with Some Beach Baron in 1:54-3. Monday, at Saratoga. Got the Virginia O'Brien Memorial second leg pace here. 2 splits, 10,000 in each. The first one's race 7. Let's see how it ends.
Is rolling on true 3 quarters and 1:27-29-1 third quarter for That's a Huge Beach, and the longtime leader has carved up all the numbers, bracing for Molly's Game, who's gotten another perfect trip this week, and she'll take her shot at That's a Huge Beach, who is showing no signs of letting up with an 1/8 of a mile to pace. But Molly's Game looks locked and loaded and ready to go as they turn for home. Southwind Spiral third, as That's a Huge Beach braces for Molly's Game, who is free and surging. That's a Huge Beach, almost there. She held on. That's a Huge Beach from Molly's Game. Not Worth It was third, 1:56-1.
Yeah, that was That's a Huge Beach winning in 1:56-1 with Jim DeVoe in the bike. He'd actually win 5 on the day, and that would be his 4th of 5 already. He would also win race 9. The second split was race 12, field of 7. Lady Saturn wins in 1:56-1 with Brett Crawford in the bike. 3-year-old filly by Huntsville. Let's see how she does it.
27-2. Lady Saturn's carved up all the numbers, heads into the final turn, 2 lengths in front. She's padding her lead now. Vice versa, Blue Chip and Lady Divine matching strides for second. On the inside, I loved her first, crying out for some room, but they're battling for second as Lady Saturn's got them all in her rearview mirror, and they're getting smaller. It's Lady Saturn by 4 lengths. I loved her first, closing up the rail, trying to get to Vice versa, Blue Chip, but it's all Lady Saturn in a ha-ha laugher. I loved her first, was second, surging.
And a laugher. Last thing we'll look at, fillies and mares open pace, 15,000, a field of 8. Real tight finish here. Let's see who wins it.
And she's One Bad Mama, 3/4 at 125 and 2, 28 seconds in the third quarter. A little side hustle is on the ropes, always watching first over. Pokes a nose in front. These two continue to exchange blows as they come to the top of the stretch, and always watching, trying to wear down a little side hustle. Here's Perfect Queen announcing her presence now. Is she too late on the outside? Always watching, a little side hustle, and Perfect Queen. It is Always Watching. Always Watching, toughed it out with Perfect Queen. A little side hustle third, 154 and 1.
Yeah, it was Always Watching, just beating out the Perfect Queen upset there. Big win there for the 6-year-old mare by He's Watching. We'll move on to Pocono Downs, racing on Saturday and Monday. On Saturday, there's a couple more, 2 more Bobby Weiss finals. Let's pull up the first one here. The first one we'll look at is in race 8, 50,000 here for the 3-year-old pacing fillies, Bobby Weiss finals. Field of 8 here. Let's see how this one ends. It's the close. You know what? It's a close finish, so keep an eye.
Panel, beautiful. Roz being hounded now by What's Up Hanover, getting very close to the lead. Big City Daisy in the pocket. Claire DeLu looking to pounce off the cover, second over to the top of the stretch. What's Up Hanover is corralled. Beautiful Roz is now fighting on the inside. Pelling asking her for more. Inside comes Big City Daisy. Late kick in between. Shut Up and Drive closing well. Beautiful Roz, the slight edge. What's Up Hanover right with her. They're tight at the line. And What's Up Hanover and Beautiful Roz are in a photo for the win in the final. Too close to call there. What?
Yeah, the mile was 153 flat. It was What's Up Hanover and Jason Barlett for Eric L. It's a 3-year-old filly by Captain Trencherous getting the win there. Jason Barlett would actually end the day with 3 wins. That was his third. And the highlight up here now is the race 6, the consolation for the 3-year-old pacing fillies. Showboat Hanover wins in 151 and 4. Todd Shadell trains and was in the bike with this betting line filly. And then there was also the 3-year-old pacing Colton Gelding's final, race 10. Reggie the Fourth wins at 14-1 with Matt Kakali on the bike. Here it is.
7-1 on the back. Captain Caveman on top. Now the 3 wide from Southwind Celsius is Who Said I Can't drops back, and Reggie the Fourth pulls the pocket looking full of pace. Inside opening up Annie Up Hanover. Top of the stretch, Reggie the Fourth comes up alongside Captain Caveman and takes the lead. Outside Southwind Celsius, Annie Up Hanover shooting through inside, but it's Reggie the Fourth was waiting to move from the pocket for Matt Kakali. Reggie the Fourth to win this Weiss final by 2 1/4. Annie Up Hanover second, Southwind Celsius third, Captain Caveman back to.
Yeah, sorry, Travis Alexander trains, 14-1 upset for Reggie the Fourth. There was a consolation for this division in race 12. Port Royal Hanover wins in 151 and 2 with Marcus Miller in the bike for Irv Miller. A Captain Trencherous colt there gets the job done. And also 2 drivers on Saturday got hat tricks at Pocono Downs. The first we'll look at Braxton Boyd. He'd win the first race of the day with Tam Major in 150 and 2. Wouldn't win again till race 11. Better roll on in 153 and 2. A 14-1 upset here. It's the highlight you got. And race 15 would be a Flame Hanover gets Braxton Boyd his hat trick at 3-1 and 150 and 4. Then the other driver to get 3 with Gio Napolitano Jr. He get his first win in race 7 with record year in 151 and 3. He would get back in the winner's circle in race 9 with Go West, Go Fast, and 151 flat at 5-1. And race 13 was hat trick time with Sonny Weaver in 152 and 1. Was the favorite, while the co-favorite Big Skewy finished second. On to Monday at Pocono Downs, there was one more Bobby Weiss final, this time 3-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters. Race 10, 50,000, field of 8. Matt Kakali gets the win here with Blackhawk Zet in 154 and 2. The favorite, Robert Baggett, was the trainer with the 3-year-old Cantab Hall. Let's see how they win it, though.
Third panel, middle portion was not too taxing here for Blackhawk Zet. Victor Laszlo still a threat a half length back. 4-6 has been in the pocket all the way. Wall Street Edge second over, showing some trot about 3 back. Top of the stretch, Blackhawk Zet looking to seal the deal, leads by a length and a half. Victor Laszlo all out on the outside, now on the inside. 4-6 is into second, but Blackhawk Zet looks steady, and Blackhawk Zet looks like a final winner here. Blackhawk Zet, Matt Kakali completes the sweep here and wins by 3 parts of a length. 4-6 is second, Victor Laszlo third. That was Mighty Deo up for the 4th spot.
I apologize. I'm muted there. I probably didn't hear me. This is Lamterra in 154-1. Matthias Melander was in the bike for Marcus Melander. Green Shoe sired Trotter wins the consolation. As everything from Pocono Downs, we'll move on to Rideau Carleton Raceway. Race 8, preferred trot, 10,000, field of 6. Take it away, Melissa. Let's see who wins.
Second over move from CrossFit, 126 and 2 to 3/4. Meadow Branch Noble pushes ahead of Donatover. Ripped and Ready drops back on the inside on a break. I'm a stand-up guy, taken wide. Spicy Redhead, not tonight. Meadow Branch Noble looks to keep the win streak intact. Next best, but a good 3 lengths back in second is CrossFit, and up for show is Ripped and Ready, just ahead of Donatover, 156.
Yes, right. It was 156 and 3 there for Meadow Branch Noble. Guy Gagnon was in the bike there with the 7-year-old gelding by Explosive Matter. A couple of races later, Guy Gagnon gets another win in the preferred pace, this time with the light speed in 153 and 1. He trains this pacer, 6-year-old by Moonbeam. Let's see how they do it.
Shuffled back the 4th. Inside is Dylan's Bank. Caught between horses. Living the Beach Life is 4th. Coming 3 wide from 5th now, PL Aussie, as they round that turn and the stretch drive looms ahead. The light speed is facing off against Light the Torch. On the inside third is Dylan's Bank, coming wide and late. PL Aussie, the light speed does it again over a game. Light the Torch, up for show was PL Aussie.
And that was actually Guy Gagnon's 3rd win of the day. We're getting down the stretch here. Miami Valley had racing Sunday and Monday. On Sunday, Fillies and Mares open pace. Race 8, 34,000. Big field of 8, 7. There was a scratch, the field of 7. Let's see who wins.
For 3, who's second over and being towed up into it, 122 and 2, 27 and 1 backside. And Alexis Sky will try to take them all the way. Ain't the Same Without You to the inside as they come to the top of the stretch. Anthem is still digging 3 wide off cover, racing for 3 through the stretch. Alexis Sky, Ain't the Same Without You, dives to the inside, racing for 3, closing on the outside as they come to the wire. It's Alexis Sky to win it from Ain't the Same Without You, racing for 3, and Anthem 150.
150 and 4 there for Alexis Sky. Trace Dietrich was in the bike for Virgil Morgan Jr., a 7-year-old mare by Some Beat Somewhere. One race later was the Fillies and Mares Open 2 pace, 31,000. In this one, Trevor Smith would win with Shadows Dancer in 151 and 2, 22 to 1 upset. Wyatt Treacherous finished second at 10 to 1, and Scorecard Dandy at 8 to 1 finished third, 24 to 1. Tora Pastor finished 5th. The favorite Cruise Alert finished 7th. And the last thing we'll look at Miami Valley on Sunday, Dan Noble gets a grand slam, gets the first 2 wins races of the day, wins race 1 here at 7 to 1 with Marabella in 156 and 3. A 5-year-old mare by Wishing Stone. He'd also win the second race with Gold Diggin' Queen in 156 flat. The $2 daily double, if you had it, 59.20. And then he would win back-to-back races again, starting in race 11 with Outreach in 156 and 3, and race 12 with Cold Heart Gypsy in 153. flat. And actually, he had 2 of the 4 legs in that pick 4, $354.50 based off the 50-cent wager. On to Monday at Miami Valley. Nothing but Mondays now, things we're going to look at. Open trot was race 8, 34,000, field of 7 after there being a scratched. Let's see who takes this one home.
Did 125-1, 27-3 backside. Scorecard Dana's had the trip. Wildfire Sealster stall. Sandy's Commando L flips 3 high inside. Magical Boss Man looking for more than it is. Pioneer Austin refined into the stretch. Caviar Gold digs in, opens up a couple. Scorecard Dan trying to find passing gears. They drive for the wire. It is a well-rated Caviar Gold sprinting home to win it by about 3.5 on the line from Scorecard Dan. Sandy's Commando L, and I believe Pioneer Oz was 4th, 152-4.
Yeah, Chris Page there, and Caviar Gold gets the win with 5-year-old gelding by Triumphant Caviar. The Open 2 trot, a couple races later. 54K wins in 153-1 with Dan Noble in the bike at 7-1. Ron Steck trains this 5-year-old gelding by Sebastian KS. 7-1 upset, if I didn't say that. Big upset there. And the last thing we'll look at Miami Valley was Sam Widger gets a Grand Slam. He kicks off the day by winning race 2 with Sadie's Dream in 154-1. He'd also win race 6 with Timon in 154-2 at 10-1. He'd also win race 9 with Doc's Boo Boo in 155 flat. Wins that one by a neck. In race 13 here, he wins at 5-1 with 30-52 in 155-3. Like I said, just tracks that raced on Monday now. Monticello, 7 races, 3 drivers won, 2 each. So there's just one race where someone else won. It was actually Kyle Demendito wins the first race of the day. And then Michael Merton would win race 2 with Shoot the Thrill in 158-4. He'd also win race 7 with Mystic Gal in 157-2. Bruce Aldridge Jr. would then go win races 3 and 4. Race 3 with Al Spirit in 201-1. That's a 6-year-old gelding by Southwind Spirit. Then race 4 at 7-1, Bygone Hanover in 158-4 gives Aldridge his second win of the day. A 6-year-old mare by Art Speak. And then there's just 2 races not accounted for yet, and that's races 5 and 6, and they both went to Thomas Merton. Race 5, Pray the Rosary in 157 flat. Big win there by Thomas Merton and for Anthony Regina and their 7-year-old mare by Artificial. And then race 6 at 3-1, Ernomore at 201-2. Close neck finish here for the 5-year-old gelding by Whom Shall I Fear. Then Oak Grove yesterday, 12 races, but not many drivers could get multiple wins. So we'll just look at the fillies and mares open. Race 6, 30,000, field of 7. A little bit of an upset looms here. The favorite was leading. Here it is.
4-length lead. Illusion Sealster now moves quickly into the second spot as Yankee Be Something backs up in third. Moving around her is Can't Get You Out of My Mind fourth. Mystenosis Bluegrass fifth, but as they turn for home, Southwind Bella is still the one to catch. Illusion Sealster, the only one who looks like she has a shot at her. It's Southwind Bella on the inside. Illusion Sealster coming to the outside at her. Illusion Sealster going on by. Illusion Sealster to win it. Southwind Bella was second. Looks like Can't Get You Out of My Mind held off Better Bottle Flip for third in 153-1.
Yeah, Illusion Sealster at 12-1, beating out Southwind Bella. John McDonald's in the bike there for Illusion Sealster, a 4-year-old by State Treasurer, getting the win. On to Plain Ridge. A couple things we'll look at here. The first, shock, looky. Brett Beckwith gets a Grand Slam. Wins the first race with Ace of Aces, in 151-2. He'd also win race 3 with Sofer in 153-3. Gabe Hanover in race 5 in 152-1. And Alex Having Fun wins by a neck here in 151-1 to get the Grand Slam. Also at Plain Ridge, Race 8, My Pal Joe, 7-year-old gelding by Roll with Joe, goes 149-2, which is now a new track record for aged pacing geldings. Almost a 20-year record gets smashed there. Sean Gray in the bike for Alicia Gray. Big My Pal Joe getting a new record there. Congratulations to all the connections there on that achievement. Then we just got to go here. Harrington Raceway is the very last track we'll look at. Open Pace. Whoops. Open Pace was race 6. I almost exited out on everything there. That would have been bad. Open Pace, 22,500. Field of 8. Let's see. And we'll pick this up around the 3/4 mark. On the cards should be about leading it, and with a bunch of horses coming hot in here at down the stretch. Let's see how it ends.
3/4 in 124 2/5 around the final turn. On the cards and Big Chick Magnet heads apart. Bob O'Reilly there, circling up 4 deep. Sir Charles of Sky, they come toward the top of the stretch now. They turn for home, and Sir Charles of Sky on the far outside with Big Chick Magnet. And getting in gear, it's Rock and Roll 5 deep. They come through the stretch. It's Rock and Roll coming on the far outside. They drive away. Big Chick Magnet fighting. There's 5 across the rack. Live, Love, Lindy down the rail. Maybe in a photo with Big Chick Magnet too close to call. 53-3.
Yeah, it was 153-3 for Big Chick Magnet at 9-1. Jim Moran gets the win there. Now, technically, Live, Love, Lindy did finish second, got placed 6th. And then on the cards was 3rd, bumped up 1 to 2nd. And it's Rock and Roll finished 4th, got bumped up 1 to 3rd. Bob O'Reilly got 5th, bumped up 1 to 4th. And Wager on Me was 6th, bumped up 1 to 5th. So yeah, Live, Love, Lindy went 2nd all the way down to 6th there. But Big Chick Magnet wins a 5-year-old gelding by Big Jim. And let's finish it off here. 3 drivers got hat tricks at Harrington as well. Montreal Teague was the first one we'll look at. Races 3 and 4. Wins race 3 with Mac in 151-4. And $100 Man in the race 4 in 154-3. And race 9 here. Son of a Show in 153 flat. And then let's go with Alan Davis gets another one. Race 5, he gets his first one in with Effingham in 153 flat. He'd also win race 10 with More Than You Know in 153-1. And race 14 here with Mega Bags on 157-1. Pat Barry's the last one we'll look at to get a hat trick. He gets things off in race 7 with I'm Some Graduate in 152-3, 11-year-old gelding by Some Beat Somewhere. Barry would also win race 11 with Shady Sharkbait in 156-3. That's a 8-year-old gelding by Shady Shark Hanover. And race 13 here with Sweet Angel Boy in 153-2, 6-year-old by Sweet Lou. And that's everything I have for you today. Thank you for joining me. I'll be back on Friday. I think I'll do a quick hit on Thursday, so keep an eye out on Twitter to go over the John Brennan finals at Yonkers Raceway, and also keep an eye out for Harness News Update picks and analysis. Today I have Oak Grove, which kicks off in a couple hours, and then my plan is to have Western Fair Wednesday again tomorrow. Thursday we'll go back to Rideau, and Friday I'll probably have my double feature Century Downs and Fraser Downs, and then kind of go from there. Probably Mohawk on Saturday. Sunday, I'm not too sure. A lot of new tracks opening up on Sunday. Not sure which one I'll go to quite yet. But yeah, keep it all locked in on our presenting sponsor, harnesslink.com, because harnesslink.com is the only harness racing website truly dedicated to covering news and events in the standardbred industry worldwide. We're also sponsored by HarnessBid, because it's a game changer, just like this show. Zero commission on any horse sold. So visit harnessbid.com for more to get started. And thank you to our friends at the USTA. And make sure to check out everything on Harness Link. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all the wonderful things you can do on social media. And until next time, we'll see you. Bye-bye.